Jake Levant, Barton Lester and Tanner Dean used to joke with each other between practices and meetings in Auburn's linebacker room the last 2 years about what was next. The trio of walk-ons knew their playing days had an expiration date, so they'd laugh about where they would one day reunite, not necessarily as teammates, but as co-workers. They enjoyed the idea of partnering in some fashion once football was behind them, but they didn't anticipate that business partnership coming while two of them were still in college and members of Auburn's football team. That changed this summer with the sweeping change to the NCAA's rules about name, image and likeness, as well as Alabama's newly enacted NIL law that went into effect July 1st. Now the trio, along with star linebacker Owen Pappoe, are the minds behind Princeps, a limited liability corporation that this week announced a pair of elite youth football camps run by current Auburn players to be held this month in Montgomery and Birmingham. Since we're all used to being on a team, the goal in mind was to create a team that was athlete centralized that's going to help the athletes put on a camp while working together as a team, Dean told AL.com on Wednesday, less than 24 hours after a social media marketing campaign for the camps was launched. The idea for the camps, which will be held July 24th at Montgomery Academy and July 31st at Mountain Brook High, originated with Lester and Levant after attending an Auburn compliance presentation about NIL last month and how it was going to change the game for college athletics. Following that compliance meeting, the two approached Pappoe, one of the biggest names on the team, and Dean, who graduated from Auburn in December, about setting up football camps as a means of benefiting from the changes to NIL rules while also helping younger athletes develop their game on the field. The goal was to create a first-of-its-kind camp experience run by college athletes that caters to other athletes while providing a first-class experience for campers and empowering the athletes involved in running the operation. Pappoe, who Dean said had been contacted by multiple companies about NIL endorsements, was on board with the idea of creating a partnership with his fellow athletes and agreed to be the main public face of Princeps. Dean's involvement, despite no longer being a student athlete at Auburn, comes from his nascent experience as a small business owner. After graduating with a degree in engineering, Dean started his own company, Unconventional Design Solutions, which helps clients build out ideas. We didn't want to be a group that was hitting up people. We wanted to build around partnering with athletes, Dean said. We didn't structure it where we're going to pay an athlete to come run a camp. We've structured it to where the athlete and the business are both partners on the camp.